finding friends in the West. But it's an abrupt change of heart for those countries who've been supporting the previous regimes for decades. RT's Paul now reports on the deep suspicion in the Middle East that the US and its allies are tailoring democracies to fit their interests.
Demonstrations for regime change across the Arab world have spread like wildfire. Western powers have come out backing the protests demanding regime change, dramatically changing their colours in supporting the ousting of authoritarian rulers they backed only weeks ago. As demonstrations sweep across the Arab world, Western governments support the call for change. But is it a call for change, or is it actually a call for regimes they want in power? It's not the first time the West has shown an a la carte approach to democracy in the Arab world. 6 years ago, elections in Gaza were hailed internationally as a massive milestone for the Middle East.
Representatives from the West, renowned political figures and organisations who were present during the election and monitored it, confirmed its authenticity to the world.
But when the results were in, that authenticity was ignored.
Well, the general understanding here is that the West in general, they support democracy as long as it's good for them. And if it is not good for them or it may threaten their interests, then they will not support it.
And the West most certainly did not support the new Hamas government. Despite being voted in by more than 60% of Gazans, Western powers labelled Hamas a terrorist organisation.
There are not really many instances of genuine democracy in the West. They appeal for democracy, but when people make a democratic choice like choosing Hamas, they refuse to help. A Western democracy is a false democracy, a democracy of double standards for the benefit of Europe.
Which is why, as soon as Hamas was voted in, Western governments got busy with trying to boot it out through boycott and sanctions. Which raises the question, why support free elections in the first place, but not their outcome?
I believe the West is in constant need of regimes that go along with its policies. They should either serve the West, be its protégés, or be elected by their own people.
I believe that the Americans don't really know how to handle this situation. Their relationship with Gaddafi was equivocal. There were times when they opposed him and bombarded him, and there were times when they supported him when he gave them the oil.
But now he's no longer of use. And like dictators elsewhere who at the start of the year were in favour in the West, he's been ditched. The hopes in the Arab world for change under Obama appear to be dwindling among some political figures at least.
Under President Bush, there were a lot of criticism. After the advent of President Obama, there was a lot of welcome to the new America under Mr. Obama. I would have hoped that the administration under President Obama would have done better.
The protesters across the Arab world hoping to topple dictators in the quest for democracy may find that their choice may not be as free as they'd hoped for, with a meddling hand from afar still pulling the strings. Paul RT, Tel Aviv.